Hello and welcome to the Calm Reset Masterclass. This is the 3 pathways to peace through breath, emotion, and flow. Today is going to be a restorative experience for you. Today, you will not only be learning and finding out more about breath, emotion, and flow, but you will also participate a little bit. We'll do a few activities to help give you an idea of what this 3 pathways to peace feels like. And I will introduce you into Armor Up Breath and Body by the end of this program so that you can tap into what this formula is on a regular basis in order to help you regulate your nervous system and operate from a place of fun and joy rather than the stress and strife of life. All right, so we are pausing, we're breathing, we are restoring. This is where we stop or where we begin. Where we begin is at the pause. We stop the flow of, it's really not flow, y'all. We stop the hamster wheel and we pause and we take that breath and we begin that restoration process. We only begin the restoration process when we have brought our nervous system into a place of ease and flow. And that is what I'm going to be teaching you more about today. Before we get rolling, let me introduce you to the freak out dance and what it looks like when we are in the freak out dance. And this is kind of funny, meaning it is funny. It's a humorous video, but it really does have us tapping into what is happening when we are on that hamster wheel. Here we go.
Honey, are you kidding me? I love being called in on things at the last minute with no warning. It's fine. I'm fine. It's my favorite thing. My armpits have never been wetter. Totally unrelated. I forgot my name for half a second and blanked out there half the meeting, but I'm fine. And then this rash, well, it's just my body's way of saying thank you for the professional opportunity. Oh, and this chest pain, I'm sure it's just honestly, I live for the moment when they say, let's circle back to you. And then my brain leaves the building like it's late for a flight. I love this journey for me. Shoot, you're so sweet to slap me every 4 minutes, but I'm good. I'm good. I only Googled how to fake a Wi-Fi outage 12 times today. My stomach's tied in knots. I haven't blinked in 3 days, and I just gave a 5-minute answer to a question no one asked, but I'm fine. I am so fine. And this is unrelated to being asked to speak in front of all of leadership with zero prep and a dead battery in my mouse. This is passion, totally unrelated. But I just keep pushing it all down. It's all fine. It's totally fine. Well, no. This is just a harmless little eye twitch that started when I got promoted. And this mild stroke I'm having, it's excitement because I'm thriving. Oh, no, don't call any of them. I'm fine. I just call HR. No, don't call HR.
Is this not so much fun? We use coping mechanisms to help us survive moments like that. Coping mechanisms like overeating, binge eating, social withdrawal, over-exercising, loud and forceful behavior, distraction through other means like alcohol and other habits. All of these things help momentarily, but soon enough, the emotion returns and sends us on that hamster wheel, that freak out dance yet again. I am so grateful you're here. My name is Ashley Torian, and I am the vitality expert. I help people regulate their nervous system so they operate their life from a place of ease and flow versus stress and strife. I have been in the personal fitness training industry for more than almost 40 years, y'all. Right at 40 years, I've been in that industry. Mind body nutrition, eating psychology, emotional resolution practitioner, stress mastery coach, and breathwork and Qigong guide. I didn't come into this work because it was trendy. I came because I was anxious, I was scattered, and constantly braced for impact. Through these practices and my own personal spiritual walk, I learned how to live regulated, present, and whole once again. This is the work that gave me my body and my soul back. I created this method because I was on a journey of worry and anxiety. I experienced anxiety on a very, very, very deep level, one that lived with me for over a decade, one that I felt trapped by. I was scared of everything. And it's no place to live like that. Always feeling like your body is jumpy and shaking and vibrating and not in a good way. And you're just scared. You got that scared feeling in your belly and your chest all the time. A nervous ninny. And that I knew needed to change. I knew that that wasn't for me. I knew that I wanted more for my life. And I knew that if I stayed in that place, that I would eventually starve to death and end my life early, meaning my body would break down. My body, I wouldn't be on this planet for the length of time I was supposed to be on. I was slowly killing my body through all the stress response because when you have a stress response, that stress chemistry ages your body. It breaks your body down fast. And my body was breaking down fast. I became afraid to eat. So there was, I don't know, 8 to 10 foods that I felt like eating. And those, it felt like were slowly creeping away. I remember when it was at 15 foods, I was like, okay, I got 15 foods. That's enough of a variety that I feel safe eating. But then several of those fell away and didn't feel safe with those. And I got down to the 8 to 10 and I thought, oh my gosh, I'm going to starve to death. I am going to just slowly disappear. And that's painful. That is so painful. And so I began to go to work. I began to go to work on myself. I thought, nope, this is not going to happen to me. I pulled myself up by my bootstraps and I began learning everything I could about nervous system regulation and how to become at ease with life, with stress, learning how to master stress, learning how to work with the emotions that flowed through me at the drop of a hat, learning which ones were fear and how they felt when they were below the line versus above the line. This process helped me release that anxiety, helped me surrender it, really. I had a beautiful spiritual encounter at the same time that I was learning all of this and that I was going through this. And I was set free from it so that I could teach and help people to regulate their own nervous system. I believe that with my whole heart, that I was given that so that I could help others. And so I'm here today to help you. So, where do we begin? Today, you will expect um, ahas and awarenesses that you'll want to journal. You will want to drink water while you're with me. Hydrate. Always hydrate your body. Your body needs to be hydrated so that it can restore. We'll be talking about breath, emotional resolution, Qigong. You'll be doing some mini exercises, some reflection time. Super fun. So let's start first with why breath matters. Breath regulates our nervous system, our energy, and our emotions. A good breath, meaning a strong, powerful, diaphragmatic breath, brings clarity and calm and focus. Poor breath, where we are doing upper chest breathing, is chronic stress, fatigue, anxiety. So when we breathe, we want to learn how to breathe properly first, and we want to bring that breath to the depths of our being. So the diaphragm, that dome-shaped muscle that sits below the lungs, can expand and lower when breath comes in the body, and it contracts and shrinks up into the lungs area when we exhale. We want full diaphragmatic breaths. It's the diaphragm is what draws the air, the oxygen into your lungs. And if our diaphragm isn't working very well, then we chest breathe. And sometimes our diaphragm has amnesia. It doesn't remember how to inflate, expand, and lower because you've been under an anxiety and stress attack for so long. So we'll be working with that in just a little bit. Shallow breathing keeps the body in a fight or flight mode. Diaphragmatic breathing signals safety. So let's do a mini breath assessment. We're going to find out what your breath hold time is to determine the level of expansion that you can get and the level of oxygen your body can become saturated with in order to hold your exhale the longest. So what we do is we take a breath in, a nice strong breath in, and you exhale all of your air. And once all of the air is exhaled, I'm going to hold a timer up to the camera and you are going to time your breath hold. Okay? All right. In fact, I think what I'll do. Oops. Okay. All right. Are you ready? Let me get my stopwatch ready. Okay. Take a breath in. Exhale. Another breath in. Hold 3, 2, 1. Exhale. And now this one is your breath we're going to start the count on. So take a breath in, breathe in as much as you can. Exhale that breath. Once you reach the bottom of your exhale, you start your count. We're at 22 seconds. You're doing good. 34 seconds. If you have to take that breath, that's when you stop your count, right? When you have to take that breath. So just hold on to your number. I'm going to go all the way up to a minute for those that are very athletic in nature. 10 more seconds. All right. 2, 1, stop. Yes. All right. So if you're if you needed to take a breath, identify what that number was. Was it at 10 seconds? Was it at 15? Was it at 25, 45? That number tells you the level of oxygen saturation and the condition of your diaphragm and lung capacity. So if it is, if it is below a 20, then that is an area where you want to bring some focused attention to work with, to build that up. If you are 20 to 40, you're in the moderate range, right? It's healthy, but really healthy, athletic healthy is above a 40. And over a minute is super athletic. So where is it that you want to be on that scale? Where would you love to be? Would you love to just reach 20? That's a great first goal. Just to be able to reach 20. To be able to reach 40 is another great goal. So you determine what's best for you and you begin doing the breath work that I'll teach you today. I'm going to teach you one style of breathing today and then teach you some other things. And then if you like, you can jump into Armor Up Breath and Body. And Armor Up Breath and Body, you have nervous system regulation sessions 4 days a week. 4 days a week. They are 20-minute sessions where you come in, we do breath work, we do emotional resolution, and some Qigong flowing moves to stabilize your nervous system and to bring it back to ease and grace. And That is a 20-minute session, 4 days a week. So I'll tell you more about that and how you can jump in on that so you can help increase your breath capacity. The benefit of a calm nervous system is it increases your focus and energy. It regulates you. It has you feeling very zen. You also feel joy. You're calm of nature. You're at ease. When the world gets chaotic outside, you stay grounded. When something hits your schedule and throws it all out of assignment, you maintain your flow. That is the benefit of being calm. When someone says something to you that could be a little offensive, you just go, interesting. And you just let it roll off your shoulders. When you find someone's behavior is a little out of wonk, meaning they're um, being sassy and talking ugly to someone else, or their just behavior is maybe very irresponsible. It's not a place that you find that you don't jump into judgment and criticism. You just go, wow, okay. You be you, right? So it is the calm reset is about finding your calm and being centered and grounded inside of it. Emotional resolution is the second tool I want to talk about today. Emotional resolution is a natural, safe, and proven process that helps us resolve emotional stressors, unhealthy behavior patterns, and even physical symptoms caused by past experiences. The best part is it doesn't require reliving painful moments, painful memories. Instead, it works with the body's innate ability to process emotions and permanently release them. So in emotional resolution, we notice what's happening in our body. We let it flow through our body without hindrance, without judgment or criticism, or without getting involved in it, without pushing it. And we transform those emotional patterns that have been locked away in our subconscious mind. They're reaching into our day and sabotaging it. I'll speak about more of that in just a second. So, resolving your emotions matters because otherwise we can be locked inside a stress loop. That stress loop is a continual rotation of anxiety, fear, emotions, upset, drama. But when we clear them, when we clear the pattern, the emotional pattern that's been locked in the subconscious mind, we can find peace and ease when we move through experiences that are similar to those that used to trip us up in the past. One of the main functions of our subconscious mind is to make predictions based on past experiences. So, our as we're walking through our day, we're not reacting. We're not even responding. We are operating based off of predictions. That is what our subconscious mind is doing. It's predicting our behavior, which is really eye-opening, isn't it? Have you ever um, when you're shopping for produce in a grocery store and you've gone to reach for the Granny Smith apples, the green ones that are real sour, has your mouth ever started watering? You didn't take a bite of it yet, but just seeing it, your subconscious mind knew what your body needed, the chemistry it needs in order to digest that Granny Smith apple. So it's going to produce more saliva in your mouth. It'll probably even give you the little sour feel in your jaw. That is what our subconscious mind does. Remember when you were a child, maybe this happened to you, maybe it didn't, but I'm sure you've heard of it, that when there's a hot stove and a child goes to reach for it, a parent will typically go, no, it's hot, and yell at the child and yank the arm back. Pull the child fast away from the fire, from the danger. We're doing it as adults. We do it to save the child from any experience of pain. And yet, what's happening in that moment in the child's mind, the subconscious mind is processing that information so quickly. In fact, the subconscious mind processes 400 billion bits of data per second. That's a lot. The conscious mind is only processing 2,000 bits of data. Subconscious mind, 400 billion bits of data per second. There's a huge difference here. The child is not even aware of what the subconscious mind is doing at the time, but it is calculating and absorbing that whole memory from all of the senses. What the child sees, hears, smells, tastes, touches, experiences, feels, sixth sense feels. All of that is recorded in the subconscious mind. So then later, as the child grows up and it goes around fire or hard stove, it might be a little leery. The child would be leery. Even the adult could be leery of fire because that has lived in there, and your subconscious mind is then predicting what you need in order to stay safe around the fire. So you might find that you're 10 feet away from a bonfire versus a couple of feet away. So it's truly a miracle the way that our body mind works. It is wonderful that our subconscious mind has determined what can keep us safe, but there's sometimes when it's not necessary, as in this case with a fire. Wouldn't you rather be able to think clearly around a fire so that you could be truly safe versus be all tied up in knots and nervous and a feeling of unrest going through you, shaky, scared? We can't keep ourselves safe there. Our brain thinks we can, but we can't. So when we're talking about emotions that we would love to clear from our life, what are we talking about? This is the emotional spiral above the line, which is in the purple lettering, the purple spiral. That is all love-based emotions, and those we want more of. Below the line, the green, the words written in black, are all fear-based emotions, and those are emotions we want to resolve. And I teach you in the Armor Up Breath and Body course, you learn how to resolve emotions, and those emotions of doubt, of overwhelm, of pessimism, of insecurity. You can resolve those permanently. So when you're in those similar situations again, you're not tied up in the insecurity or the doubt or the pessimism, negativity. You're not tied up in that anymore because you have released that memory, that programming from your subconscious mind. Our subconscious mind is like the black box of an airplane. It holds on to that memory until we play it unheeded from start to finish, and then it can be wiped clean. It's a beautiful process. So today I'm going to help you get in touch with your senses. And this is called sensorial resilience. Now, I'd like for you to just look out at your surroundings and pick out, um, 5 things that you can see. Pick out 5 things that you can see. So I can see the camera. I can see the blinds on my windows. I can see the tree out the window, the picture right here on my wall, a camera, another camera, a light. Okay, 5 things. Now I want you to do 4 things that you feel against your skin. Feel my shirt, my fingers rub together, a water bottle. And you really want to absorb it, really absorb them. The water bottle, my feet against the earth. Now, 3 things that you hear. What are 3 sounds that are around you? I hear a humming. I hear silence. You know how silence, it has sound to it, doesn't it? It's deafening because it's so silent. And then I'm going to tap my fingernail and I hear, or I'll do it on the microphone. That'll be better. Then you'll be able to hear it. Tapping. Now, two things that you smell. What are two scents that you smell? I have peppermint here at my desk. Mmm, I can smell. And I have a pomegranate lip balm. What do you have? Two things that you smell, identify them, absorb them. And then one thing you taste. Mm. What is the one thing that you taste? I taste my toothpaste. And now I want you to sit with all of those. So you just called out what you could see, what you could hear, what you could feel against your skin, what you could taste, touch, smell. You brought all those senses to life. Now I want you to allow all of that, let your awareness bring in all of that at one time. And you might find your attention skipping from one thing around to another. But just notice it. And if you need to close your eyes, once you've looked at all those things you noticed and you want to close your eyes so you can really get into the other senses, feel free to do that. I'm going to give you about 30 seconds to notice all these things at the same time. Allow your senses to just be open. Notice the peace and the calm that is inside you right now because you just allowed yourself to be present. That was being fully present inside your body. And when we take 3 minutes to get fully present in our body, we can line everything up. We can line up our head brain, our heart brain, our gut brain. We can line our aim up, our reason for being, our heart song up with the head brain, heart brain, gut brain. We can realize once again what our intention was for the day just by letting ourself be present without the emotional uproar, but with being centered, grounded. Yes, didn't that feel good? I love it so much. That's one of my favorite activities. So if we don't practice regular stress mastery, nervous system regulation activities, then we will live inside the storm, inside the chronic stress, the burnout, the anxiety, the fear. We'll live inside of that. I've been there, y'all. I know what it feels like to live more than a decade. It was a long time. It was more than a decade like that. Terrified all the time, stressed all the time, Mach 10 with my hair on fire all the time. My body broke down. And I had been a gymnast, power lifter, personal fitness trainer. I was tip top shape. But your body will break down if you don't take care of it. When you practice the tools, the nervous system regulation tools, you're regulated, you're calm, you're resilient, you have fun in your life once again. The worry is you can release it quicker, faster. You realize that the worry is only holding you back. And when you say words like worry, I'm worried about that. When you say things like, I'm so busy, When you say words, those two words especially are in your vocabulary, it will bring more and more of that into your life. Eliminate worry and eliminate busy from your vocabulary, and you will find such freedom. Such freedom. Mm, beautiful. So, Qigong is the last tool that I want to introduce you to today. It is a gentle flowing movement that aligns breath and energy. It restores balance and vitality. It is a gentle flowing movement that feels so good and will help you restore the balance within mental balance, emotional balance, physical balance, spiritual balance. It is a beautiful method that you can practice every day with your breath, with emotional resolution. And that's what I do at Armor Up Breath and Body. I have combined these three together in 20-minute segments so that you can get your nervous system regulated. You can shift your operating system into one of ease and grace, thinking above the line, feeling, most importantly, feeling above the line so you get more done in less time in your day and you feel like a rock star at the end of the day. The benefits of Qigong is it is parasympathetic activation. It activates the parasympathetic state, which is the rest and digest state. This is the state where your body can restore. It slows your brain waves where your body can heal and restore even more. Energy flow restoration. So it opens up the energy lines and the energy gates. So you have 5 energy gates that are the main ones in Qigong, but then you also have other gates. You've heard of the chakras if you've done yoga before. So you have the 7 chakras, and there in Qigong, we consider them on both sides. So that is another 14. So you've got all of these gates where energy can come through. You also have energy pathways, and there's 6 pathways on each side of the spine, each side of your body, 6 pathways that flow through to deliver energy, and they flow through the fascia. And so it truly is when you begin working inside of Qigong movements, circulating the Qi and then slowing that flow and going more into Neigong, which is more internal flow with the Qi. That is, you truly begin to get that flow of energy back in your body, and it brings emotional calm and organ health. Increases organ health, y'all. It is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So remember, regulating the nervous system matters so much. This isn't just the way you are. I've heard people say things like, "Oh, this is just how I am." No, it's not. No, it's not. God did not bless you with the body that was going to do this. No, you were blessed with a miracle machine, a body-mind complex that can work together to bring ease to you. You are not supposed to operate in a stress state all the time. That is not how you are. That is how experiences, that's the that's the reality that your past experiences has created, but it's not you. And it's not intended for you. And I've also had people say, or I've heard people say, I just got to get through this and then it'll be okay. I just got to get through this and then it'll be okay. Guess what? No, it's not, because you're going to get through that. And guess what? Because of the energy that you were, the energy of you that was inside of that, I just got to get through that, is going to collect more experiences where you have to where you have to say over and over again, if I can just get through this, if I can just get through this. And then comes the next experience where you just got to get through this. Y'all, if you find that you're repeating that pattern over and over and over again, that's the pattern that's knocking you down. That's the one that needs to be addressed and released, because you don't have to just get through everything. We are meant to enjoy life, even in the hard times, even in the yucky times. We are designed and created to look for the good, designed and created to look for What else could come from this that would be so good for my highest good? We are created to think that way. And yet, because we are also created with a brain that is designed to save the life of the human body, we tend to drop below the line and think in fear in order to preserve our physical body, which it's really backwards because it really destroys the body. It keeps us safe in that one moment, but then after that, it's destruction. We were designed for more than that. And so it is about flow, calm, clarity, presence. So when you walk inside of nervous system regulation, it isn't that you are going to all of a sudden be perfect and always above the line because no, because remember, we were designed with a brain that is geared towards saving the life of the human body. That is top priority. So we have this fight or flight system, and thank the Lord we do. It is keeping us safe when we have to think clear and have Herculean strength. But what about those times when we don't need those things? We need to know how to regulate our nervous system, how to eliminate that pattern in the mind so that it doesn't keep giving us hits of stress chemistry over and over again. And we have the capability to do that. In Armor Up Breath and Body, you learn how to regulate first, and then everything else will follow. In Armor Up Breath and Body, you will experience 4 short sessions a week that train your nervous system how to stay at ease. You will be building that parasympathetic muscle, so to speak. So you don't jump into overdrive at the drop of a hat. You will attend these live sessions on the Armor Up Breath and Body School platform, SKOOL. There's a school platform where this program is housed. And you can participate live in the session with me on that platform, or you can always go to the platform later in the day and catch the replay there. The replay posts immediately after the session, so you don't have to wait for it. As soon as we're done, that recording's ready, and I just launch it over into the posts and into the classroom of our academy. Okay. We also, or you will also get a monthly check-in through the school platform. It's a Zoom, quote unquote, inside the school platform where we will have a group session on what we're learning that month on regulating our nervous system. Maybe you need me to show you a breath work that I had demonstrated one time and you need more clarification on it. Maybe there's a Qigong movement that you don't quite understand the flow of it and you want me to help you with that. It is time for you to come with your questions and you can get demonstrations, explanations, and we will work with our nervous system to bring it to more ease and grace. So you will have that at once a month. And then you have a bonus. I'm giving 2 bonuses, not just one. One bonus is the Vibrant Body digital course. This course is filled with information on how to elevate the health and vitality of your physical body. So it is filled with mind-body nutrition techniques that you can use to be healthier when and while you eat. Um, it is also filled with eating psychology techniques that help you manage behaviors that you've had with food in the past, but also experiences that you've had in the past that impacted the way that you eat and why you eat certain ways. So that course is filled with such goodness. There's also a plan in there to teach you how to plan your meals, but most importantly, how to cook them so it's like fast food at home. You can have the healthiest meal in 10 minutes, y'all. So the amount of time it takes you to go through a fast food restaurant to grab food, I will show you how you can do it in your home that quickly. I know, it's so wonderful. So that's the Vibrant Body digital course. The other freebie that I have for you, the other bonus that you get is the IMRAS digital course. It's the full emotional resolution masterclass that teaches you how to resolve emotions in the moment. and that will be available for you as well. And then in our Zoom master classes, we will be going over emotional resolution um, with a fine-tooth comb so that you get that tool down really quick. So you could be standing in line at a Starbucks waiting for your drink, and if something tripped you up and got you feeling kind of stressed or anxious or negative or complaining maybe, you could MRES it right there while you're in that line. You want to get so good that you can MRES in public with people milling all around. When you first start emotional resolution, it's kind of a lone thing. You want to be by yourself so you can really find your way through on getting good at it. And then we can increase the difficulty of it by putting you in situations where it would be where you really got to train your mind, you got to train your brain to be focused without hovering. All right. Okay. So armor up breath and body, it's beyond physical. You're going to walk with the three holistic pathway approach to gently train your nervous system to return to a state of rest, renewal, and receptivity. Use that QR code right there to grab your spot. This is an ongoing membership. You can cancel at any time. There's no big down payment, nothing. You just jump right into the membership. And that membership is $77 a month. And you that would be withdrawn from your account every month until you cancel. You can cancel at any time and you can restart at any time. We can also put it on hold if you have a couple of months where you're thinking, oh, I need to not have my focus too split. Let me put it on hold. We can put it on hold for a couple of months and then bring you back in. Not a problem. It's such an easy membership, and it's an easy way for you to get your nervous system regulated, get out of the stress, get out of the anxiety, get out of the worry, and just really be residing in your body, body mind complex aligned and centered, grounded, rooted. All right. All right, so let's do a little calm reset activity. All right, so let me lower this. I'm just going to take you through a few things. Whoa! I'm just going to take you through a few things so that you can see um, how this can impact you. Just a few things. So this is standing in the Wu Ji, and anytime you're going to do a pause, remember when I started the class, I said, anytime you're going to do a reset, you want to pause. This is your pause position. This is called the Wu Ji, and this is when you get your body stacked, right? So it's correct postural alignment. Sky hook is in place, like you've got this sky hook connecting you to heaven, and it's lengthening your spine, pulling your crown up. Your chin is drawn in. It's not tucked in, it's just drawn in. Shoulders are back, arms are loose at your sides. Your feet are together, your knees have movement in them. They're slightly bent. Your tailbone drops to the earth. It does not tuck underneath you and it doesn't stick out behind you. It just drops. And you just check in right here. You need to tap your three brains to help you get centered and aligned. Hands back to the side. Notice how you feel in your body. Now let's reclaim the aim. So what is it that you would love your rhythm to be today? You want to be operating the flow with your schedule? Would you love to approach every activity that you have the rest of the day with joy? What rhythm would you like to be? And we just want to reclaim that right now by bringing our arms up and around and drop them down through our body and back into center. Reclaim that. Now we're going to step out and we're just going to find a comfortable position. Our arms are loose, and I'll go through more of this when you're inside breath and body. But we want to keep our arms loose because remember those energy pathways I shared with you? We want there to be openness through here so the energy comes through our energy gates, which palms, soles of the feet, top of the head. We want that energy to be able to flow through the heart space. The heart is where the action is. The heart is where your presence is. The heart is what determines how you're going to walk through your day. It's the heart brain, it's your heart. And yes, our gut brain, our power center, that is our confidence, our self assuredness, our strength of will resides right there. But the tone of that comes from the heart. So we want that to be joy, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, compassion. We want that to be inside the confident, the strength of will, the power within. Do you see where I'm going? All right, so here we are. We are just relaxed, at ease. Our shoulders are rounded. They're not held back this way. Your arms are in front of you, so the shoulders round forward a little bit. Not hunching, they're just rounded. Our knees are also bent, and our arms have that space. And then we have a smile because we always encourage the energy to rise. Remember, here could be strength of will, the power within, which is all positive things, or it could be your ego, your fears. And we want energy to rise. So we want the love inside, the compassion, the empathy. We want that to rise inside. So we just put our smile on our face, and that's our sixth bow, right? And we're just going to get here for just a moment. Feel what your body feels like when you've paused. Yeah, feels good, doesn't it? Now, let's do a few stretches. So we're going to do something called separating heaven and earth. And we're just going to take our hands, they'll form a ball in front, and then we just separate them and stretch it up. Stretch and breathe. And allow them to float. Come back into the energy ball, breathe it in, and exhale. Good, allow that to float back down. Cross your face, both hands down. Now we're going to do a thing called swinging arms breath work. And this is a hard inhale through the nose. This is to bring energy into your system and nitric oxide. Hard inhale through the nose, loud exhale through the mouth. When the arms go up, it's the hard nasal inhale. When the arms swoop down, it's the loud exhale. I actually do it that way. Like that. And drink water. All right. Here we go. Ready? Breathing in through the nose. Now we're going to go faster. And you do this at your pace. I'm going to do it at all levels so that everybody gets an idea of what it's supposed to feel and look like. But if your level is the slow, then you keep it slow. Be sure you have something next to you that you can hold on to if you happen to get dizzy or lightheaded, or a chair to sit in. So take time to get that real quick. I'll pause for just a moment while you get yourself steady. All right, are we ready? Here we go. Hard inhale through the nose, loud exhale through the mouth. You can even go faster if you want it, if you can, if it feels comfortable. We're going to do one more. Hold it and exhale. Get back into our main standing position and notice how you feel. Notice your breath. Notice your heart. Notice any buzzing that's going around in your body. That's energy. Nice. Big breath in. Loud exhale. Let's do another. Big breath in. Exhale. In. Exhale. Gonna do one more. In. Exhale. In. And out. We're gonna do Tai Chi arms. Slow it down a little bit. Breathing it in as the arms go up and exhaling as they come down. Now notice that when my arms go up, my wrist leads. My wrist is leading. And then as I come down, my elbow leads and brings it back in close to me. So they extend out and they come in. Breath in and out. Your back position is like you're sitting on a high stool. So your bottom isn't tucked underneath you and it's not pushed way out. It's just right there. Breath in and out. Breath in and out. Good. Doesn't that feel good just to be in the flow? Breath in and breath out. We are stabilizing the nervous system. We're bringing you into rest and digest. We're slowing brain waves down. We are restoring your vitality. And now bring it down. And we're just going to be right here in front of our power center. And we're going to play the accordion. All right. So when you breathe in, your hands pull apart. And when you exhale, they come together. You're encouraging the energy to build within you between your laogongs, between your palms. And you may even feel a boundary. When you go to press in, you may feel that energy boundary pressing against your palms. It feels so good. Feels so good. Just in and out. In. Get your breath in alignment. You may feel tingly against your fingers. And again, we're lining our breath with movement. Inhale as the hands expand. Exhale as you push them together. Now I want you to face your hands towards your belly. And we're going to pack this energy in, the energy you were just playing with. You're going to pack that energy in. With each breath that you take, you press it in closer and closer. This is done very slowly. And we want to leave the energy in the power center because remember, we live in a world where we need to show up as our best self. We need confidence and strength of will and the power within. We need all of that. And so we're pressing that chi into until our hands get right up onto our skin. All right. And so my thumbs are touching right where my navel is. Your fingers touch below, and your power center is right there, right below your navel. And now we're going to seal our session. We want to keep it there. So imagine a clock is on your body that people could read, and you want to seal the session going in clockwise direction on your body. So it's up the right, across the top, down the left, across the bottom, up the right, across the top, down the left. Seal your session down there in the power center area. Good. Now we lean out, we pull our feet together, and we close our session. Line everything up. When we get right past the heart where the rib cage separates, our hands separate to keep the power right there in the power center. We don't want to push it down. We're going to keep it there. Boost our confidence. All right. And now we're in the Wu Ji surrender, and we are just simply being present. Just be present. Do nothing. And let the session integrate. Let it integrate into your body and notice how you feel. Notice any difference. Notice if you just feel more calm. Notice if you have a little more inspiration, motivation. Do you feel centered and grounded? Do you feel full of purpose? Beautiful. And then bow out. Thank you. Thank you for participating in that with me today. Yes, happy that you're here. You can just notice how you feel. All right, so after that, you can get more of that and longer. I think I just did like a 10-minute session then, but we do 20-minute sessions. Lots more is inside of those sessions, more Qigong, more breath work, more energy play. And I look forward to working with you inside of that. It's Armor Up Breath and Body. You can reserve your spot. You can just go to that QR code or go to the website that's listed on the screen and you can join us there. And you can start anytime right now. The doors are open. The doors are going to be open for the next little bit, and you can join in at any time and catch the calm wave with us. All right, I look forward to seeing you. Let me know how I can support you. Email me and let me know what I can do to help you regain yourself, regain your calm, to come back home to yourself. Connect with me, Ashley at ashleytorian.com. My name has no E in it, so watch for autocorrect, because if you write ASHLY, it will autocorrect it to LEY. So just be careful with that. It's ashleytorian.com is the website, and my phone number is there. You can also click on that QR code to connect with me and to, I believe that is to book a Discover session with me if you'd like to, and talk about the membership, see how I can benefit you. Or if you are one of those people that you know what you want and you want direction and support and help in getting it, I offer Armor Up one-to-one elite coaching. And I do have a couple of spots open right now. I've got 3 spots available. And I'd love to work with you one-to-one as well. And that is available for you. And if you click on that QR code, we can match our schedules together and see what we can do to create a program that'll work for you. All right. Much love and a big O hug. Thank you for joining me. Thank you, thank you, thank you for joining me. I am so grateful for you and look forward to connecting soon.